Hola, bienvenidos a la clase de Español 4. Me llamo Señora Munch. Hi everybody, welcome to Spanish 4 class. My name is Miss Munch. I'm with your son or daughter for first hour Spanish 4. Thanks for coming tonight for our virtual Meet the Teacher night. Here's my contact information if you need to get a hold of me this semester. My email is jmunch@cbs.k12.mi.us. And here is my classroom phone number. Feel free to use either method to contact me throughout the day. This is also listed in my syllabus, which we'll go through in a few minutes for you to always have for future reference. En la clase de Español 4, this year in Spanish 4 class, your student will be learning how to describe people and personalities more in depth than they learned back a couple years ago in Spanish 1. They're going to learn how to talk about household chores, and don't worry, I'll be giving out some homework assignments where they have to go and clean your house for you. They're going to learn how to command a group of people. They're going to learn how to better the city using vocab and different grammar structures to talk about the city that they live in. They're going to learn a fun chapter on animals, and this year in Spanish 4, they're going to learn a whole new tense called the subjunctive tense that they have not learned thus far. So I love teaching Spanish 4. It's a really communicative class, and we love to push your students to use their Spanish as much as possible, even this year in the remote setting. My schedule, I teach your student first hour Spanish 4. The rest of the day I teach sophomore level Spanish 2. My prep hour is 5th hour, which runs from 12:07 to 1:06, so that is the best time of day to contact me. Here is our virtual classroom off of Schoology. When your student logs in every day, they will see this little virtual classroom if they are on a computer. If they're not working on a computer, if they're working on a phone or a tablet, they won't see this classroom, but that's okay because all of these links that I have here are also listed down here for those students as well. Every day when your student logs in, class starts at 7:15, they'll click my picture and it will take them to the Microsoft Teams app, which will allow them to live join our live stream. Right here is a Gramatica tab. This is a helpful website to help them with their grammar. We've got Vocabulario, where they'll go to practice their new vocab. Right here is breakout groups. Your student was assigned a group that they can collaborate with, do group projects with, things like that. So that's that tab. Buenas Noticias. This is a pretty cool tab. Your student will be earning weekly speaking and Spanish points, and this will take them to the sign up. So every week your student will sign up for a time slot, and we will do a little bit of back and forth one-on-one where they're speaking to me in Spanish, telling me about their day or what's going on in their life, anything that they want. So it's a really cool activity, and it's really fun to see their speaking get better and better as the year goes on. So that's kind of our main docking station. Down here, same thing. Here is our first hour daily classroom live stream where they can join class, the breakout groups for group work, and the speaking sign up. If you scroll down, you'll see our calendario de la semana, our weekly calendar. It'll show them Monday through Friday what we have going on in class that week. Assignments that are due for points will be highlighted in yellow, and the bottom box is a reminder box that has some reminders. If you can see from last week, the reminder was don't forget about your extra credit parent email that was due on the 13th, which a lot of you submitted. So thank you for those parents and students who completed that activity. Moving on, Spanish 4 startup documents. If your student clicks this folder, they'll see a little Schoology how-to guide, my syllabus, how to sign up for my Remind 101, how to add accents on their computer, and this is a board right from my classroom that gives them a little bit of help with some common endings and words in Spanish, things that they would reference if they were physically in the classroom. It is now right there for them as well. And we did go over the syllabus with your students last week, but I'm going to briefly tell you a couple of things about how Spanish 4 runs. Again, here's my contact information if you need it. Our classroom rules and expectations is just that your student is on time, prepared for class, logged in. Attendance is taken at the beginning of the hour. We will always start the hour together and break off depending what we're doing for that day. I do ask that your student is logged in with their camera on. This just helps me get to know them and put a name to the face. If for any reason your student's uncomfortable being on camera, please just let me know via email and we will work something out. Down here, your student is asked to have a Spanish binder. They have two options. One can be a physical binder with 4 dividers that are listed there for them. For students who prefer to print out class materials, take notes with me, and follow along. If your student doesn't have access to a printer, they were told that they can make a binder on their computer, Spanish class, and they can put folders in it for each of the tab to keep themselves organized. They can type in the notes as I talk, and then they can save them to the correct folder. That way they're organized for Spanish class. Participation. Students are asked to receive 3 participation points each week. That'll come from the speaking sign up that we talked about earlier, as well as answering questions in class, speaking Spanish, volunteering, unmuting themselves to add to our discussions. Any of those things would give them weekly points. Homework and assignments. Your student is aware that I will do my best not to give homework after our class has ended. Normally, like I said, we'll start the live stream together. I will teach or give some instruction, and then I'll give students the rest of the hour to break out and do the activities, complete the homework assignments, things like that. So my goal is that your student is not logged in for hours and hours and hours after our class period. Anything that they need to be done should be able to be done and submitted within the allotted time for first hour. And that is it. The syllabus is in here in the startup document tabs if you or your student needs to reference it as the year goes on. The last thing I want to show you is my Remind 101. If you're a parent who would like to subscribe to receive our classroom text reminders that your students get daily, you can type 81010 and your message is at Mensch4, and that would get you subscribed to my text as well. Again, you don't need to do that, but if you would like to see the reminders that your students get from me every now and then, please feel free to sign up with us. The last thing that your student will need each week, there will be folders according to the date, so you can see if they click here under week 1, what we did last week, it'll have that same calendar for the week. This folder right here, live classes, if your student is absent or they want to go back and watch something that I lectured on, they can go to the correct day of the week and they can click the links that will be posted here after each lesson to watch back what we learned in class that day. Other than that, in the week folder, we'll have all of their assignments, their live classes, and their calendar to keep them organized. And that is our Spanish 4 online classroom. Thanks for joining me. Please feel free to email me, call me, sign up for my Remind 101 text. That way you are connected. If you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Looking forward to a really great year, although different, with all of your students, and hoping to be back for in-person learning soon. Thanks. Take care.